CEOs have long talked about the dangers of budget deficits, and yet faced with a bill that will almost certainly result in $5 trillion added to the national debt over 10 years, most have taken a pass on objecting. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that it adds only $2.4 trillion to the debt because they have to work with the accounting gimmickry of the House Republicans, who deliberately end some tax cuts in year 4 so that they add less to the 10-year debt projections. If you look at the numbers seriously, it is obvious that the only way to pare down the deficit is to make cuts in the largest programs like Medicare and defense and allow many of the Trump tax cuts of 2017 to expire. Instead, this bill does basically nothing to rein in Medicare spending, increases spending on defense, and expands tax cuts substantially. What should enrage businesses even more is that the bill reaches into virtually every sector of economic life on a scale that is mind-boggling. The best practices for taxes are to keep the rules simple and fair, apply them equally to all taxpayers, minimizing distortions, workarounds, and accounting maneuvers. This bill proclaims no taxes on tips or overtime pay, and new deductions for seniors and on car loan interest. So a waiter who makes $50,000 will get a break, but not a dishwasher. Workers in jobs that pay overtime get a tax break, but not those in jobs that may pay less, but just don't bill it as overtime. Expect lots of people to try to reclassify their income as tips and overtime. As the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation points out, these breaks come with various conditions and guardrails that, if enacted, will likely require hundreds of pages of IRS guidance to interpret. And the IRS will have to adjudicate all this complexity with up to 40% of its workforce eventually cut, which means there will be lots of tax cheats who get away with fraud. The Tax Foundation concludes that the new rules and compliance costs in many cases probably outweigh any potential tax benefits.